today with part 2 of our colour along from Johanna's Christmas. I've completed the entire border the same way that I showed you with the front, with the top little bit, and I've done half of this, and I'm going to do the second half with you to show you what I'm doing. And then I also made a little snowflake that I sort of thought I might do another smaller one there and maybe one coming out on that side. I'm not entirely sure. I had a question from somebody about how I did the background. I did show at the beginning of the video yesterday how I did the background. I scribbled with a soft pastel on this rough side of this. This is called a Caran Palette Aquarelle, so it's a water palette, but it's got a rough side and a smooth side, and I scribbled on the rough side and I took up the color with my little cotton pad and I rubbed it on here as I showed you. So I don't really know how else to explain it, so I'm going to carry on this side now. I'm just putting some papers underneath to protect the underpage, and I'm going to zoom in over here. Sorry, it wobbles when I've zoomed, when I've touched it. So I'm just bringing it down here a little bit. As you can see, I've gone over the little white things with a white jelly roll pen. I'm not sure if it was a good move or a bad move, but that's what I've done. So to start with, I'm using the same red color here. It is, as I said yesterday, the Schpirrer Farben pencils and True Love number 240. And I'm going in with, I just want to get that out of the way, a heavy pressure at the bottom of this little bauble, and then a lighter pressure going up, and again a heavy pressure at the bottom and a lighter pressure going up. Rinse and repeat, same thing, heavy, lighter. These pencils are really lovely and they are fantastic on this paper. They're really perfect on this paper. This is the first Johanna Basford book that I've used them in. And then the same thing with this little candy cane there. To make the shiny bit on top, I did heavy pressure, light pressure, leave a line, heavy pressure, light pressure. Oops, every second one with the dark red. Heavy pressure, light pressure, leaving a gap. Heavy pressure, light pressure, leaving a gap. And then I used the paler pink, which is called Pink Lemonade number 270 for the in-between ones. Same story, heavy pressure, light pressure. Heavy pressure, light pressure. Heavy pressure, light pressure. Rinse and repeat. And then I used the green, the same green that I'd used before, Emerald number 530. On the top, same story, heavier and then light. And then I blend it all with my white pencil, and I've been using the Schpirrer Farben white here. Really enjoying these pencils. I have put a link for you underneath in the more information. One more thing, I've taken this color, golden yellow 090, around the edge here, and I've also used it with a heavy pressure and then a light pressure going up for in there. And then I'm going to use the red and the pink in here as well. Heavy pressure, light pressure, same story. I want the light in the center. And then the pale pink, pink lemonade. Inside, and then taking the white Schpirrer Farben, which I'm just going to sharpen quickly. Of course, I was colouring in a different room and now I can't. Oh, there's my sharpener. Amazing how things just disappear. I can misplace things, whoops, so quickly. All right, so now I'm using the white pencil to pull the two colors together a little bit and blend them, but it still leaves that pale bit in the middle which works and ends up looking as if the candy cane is shining a little bit. So the white does pull some of the red over into the gap that we left. One does need to have a little bit of a care with the white pencil, doing the same. I'm going from the pale and then out. Have a little bit of a care with it when you move from your reds and pinks to the green, because red and pink are on opposite sides of the color wheel, and if the two colors mix, they tend to make. It's a good way to make a brown if you're actually mixing colors in watercolor, for instance, but you can see there's a little bit of red residue left, so it's good to just scribble that off on your scrap paper so that you don't make a mess on the green, that you don't transfer the color. And I just want to sharpen my red pencil again. And I need a nice dark, sharp, not dark, a nice sharp point to make just the edges here a little bit darker. Just so that the shine stands out and the lower part of the circle as well. I don't know what these are, if they're little sweeties or where's my brush? There we are. So that's that done. Now for the gingerbread, I have been using, excuse me, huffing and puffing. Just wanted to make sure that it was still recording. I'm going to sharpen again. They're not bad, but I want a fairly sharp point. Been using two browns. The one is just called brown. It's number 660. The other is called caramel at 653. And I also used that color caramel on the sticks of some of the lollies. And then I basically am coloring by using not a heavy pressure, but a fairly heavy pressure and very small circles against the candy cane, and then just gently going out. So heavy pressure, medium pressure, light pressure, and then I left a kind of a, and then a light pressure around here. I think these are white peppermints. heavy pressure and light pressure. So I'm not sure if I should, maybe I was sort of thinking of possibly using a white glaze pen on them so that they look a bit shiny. Can't quite decide. Just want to use very small little circular movements. I've got such a sore toe today. I don't know why. It's my second toe. It's all swollen and sore. And I'm wondering if I've managed to get gout. I haven't been to a doctor. I'm hoping it will just go away by itself. Thought if I drink lots of water and eat healthy foods, maybe that will fix it all up. Just lightly going around here. And then lightly going around the inside. This is quite a light pressure. Going a bit more medium. I've been enjoying using markers a lot, but I must say I'm enjoying doing this piece just with pencils for a change. So now I'm going to use the color that's called Caramel. We are still filming. And I'm going over this a bit and bringing it in a bit more. And just it's virtually tickling the paper. It's hardly touching the paper in the light place, so a bit heavier there. Find it easier to like go over some of that light bit heavily and then lift the pressure up. And then with this caramel, I'm going around these flowery things quite lightly. And in here, just want to go a little bit there, in there, and then in on the inside of each of the lollies, and just on that outside bit there. But for the rest, I've just gone on the inside, and let me just go lightly here. That noise you can hear is a vacuum cleaner. Sorry about that. And then I'm using a color called Butter 030 with a heavy pressure instead of white to blend all of this together. There, and all the way around this middle bitty, just to blend it. And then I use the caramel lightly over the top of the butter again. Over the top of the butter, it sounds like we're cooking. I've been watching some cooking videos on, it's called BritBox. I don't know if you have it. It's like Netflix, but it's sort of British TV programs. And I've been watching Rick Stein, I'm not sure how one pronounces name, who travels around and finds yummy foods and restaurants to go to. Then over here I've used this dark color, the brown, number 660, just to do a dark bit there and go lighter, dark bit, and go lighter, dark, and go lighter, and then the caramel a little bit on top. And then the buttercream, not the buttercream, just butter. I feel like a cake with buttercream icing. Okay, there. And then the white jelly roll, which I do struggle with. I couldn't decide whether to leave the black ink line or not, and I decided to take it away, but I half regret that. I sort of think it might have looked better being left with the black outline, but having once committed, I needed to make everything uniform. So I don't know if this would maybe be better with a Posca paint pen. So I do find holding this jelly roll completely almost at 90 degrees to the paper helps it flow. If you have a different white gel pen, that's fine. The jelly roll's the one I've got that works best, but I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with gel pens. And then this window sill, or the window frame in the middle here, I was wondering what color, and I think I'm just going to make that one pink. So basically just coloring that and trying not to smudge my white gel pen that I just put down there. That's problem with gel pens, isn't it, that we forget and then we smudge them. Oh dear. All right. So there we have that. I think I should go over this as well now. I'm going to do these little ones also pink, I think. And maybe I should make, I don't know, I need to think about this. Should I do this pink or red or green, these little buttons around the side? I'm going to color all of the roof in the same way I've done that, using the brown, heavy pressure, light pressure, and I will do all of them off camera, I think, and then show you what I've done, and I'll finish this up tomorrow. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, and if you are enjoying what you see, then please consider subscribing to the channel, and I would love to have you. If you have subscribed, thank you for being here. I hope you're enjoying this. I think I'm going to blend each of these out with the butter color to get that sort of shine. So I'll do all of those, and I'll do this much like that. And then the sweets, I'll make some decision, and I'm going to do those. Maybe I'll just finish off with the sweeties tomorrow, or just showing you how I'm doing the snowflakes. I might do these with shiny. No, I don't think I'm going to use any shiny gel pens in this picture. I think I'm keeping it all with pencils. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Bye-bye now, and I'll see you tomorrow.